Another great concept of modeling principles is repetition. So there are different variants, but it's typically, if you have, we'll say, a plate that you're going to extrude. That's where you're going to make a hole. By example, a little passage there. I do that no matter how, just to show you. The principle that's hide the marker, that doesn't need any more. And now you'd like to. So you'd like to do a lot of times this hole, and then instead of taking the sketch, and then go and place your small diameters at different distances, etc. What do you want to do? You just want to do a rehearsal, so you take the operation, then there you have the little linear repetition tool. So here it's to look. We can use the x-axis directly. We're going to do along the x-axis maybe. In the opposite direction, that's the length, the repetition. 50 mm, that's 50. That's even less. 40 mm, not 4. That's 4. That's 2. 40 mm, no. So that's a good example to use. Because I did anything to use the measuring tool there, so my piece is 54 mm. So we'd like to do this rehearsal, we said, on the x-axis. And we take, for example, 30 mm. Here, we see that our element, it appears so. We're going to put in, that's 45. So right now, we've done the surgery twice. We can do the surgery 3 times. 4 times the operation, 5 times the operation, 6 times the operation, 7 times the operation. After that, it bugs because it gets over. Oh, I'm the one who clicked wrong. No, I'm the one who clicked wrong. That's it. If we want to make in both directions, there is another tool, which is in fact the combination of transformation. Before we see this, maybe we'll do it. We'll do a circular rehearsal, because that's also very useful. So it's not necessarily on a plate, but right now we're just going to do it. We're going to say we're going to catch each other. These edges, right now, we're going to get to the center. So there's a condition of symmetry hop. That's like, we're going to do a hole in the center. Well, we're going to assume it's a passage from an axis, etc. And then we'd like to repeat that. But in a circular way then, it's the same principle as before. We select the removal of matter. We take the circular rehearsal tool, we say, our reference, that's it. I don't know what's going on. Doesn't seem decided, I don't know why. Normally then, what we can do is we can put an axis. That goes through the center of our hole there. Now, we're going to do a circular rehearsal of our pocket around this axis. It's really, you can't see anything. It's kind of weird. Oh no, I know why. That's a typical example. I selected the wrong operation. So we can't actually. I've selected the removal of material from the center. So we can say it again. Nothing's going to happen. So this is a typical example of nonsense that can happen to you. So we take this off. That's it. That's it. And then what we want to repeat, that's it, and that's it. So a rehearsal. 3. It doesn't really make sense. 4. Nor with this form of rectangle. So here we just do 2 rehearsals. We're doing a circular rehearsal, that's it. There, it was just to show you. And now if we'd like to do a combination of rehearsals actually, we have this function. And then you can say, for example, that you have a rehearsal. First, a linear repetition. Therefore, on the x-axis in the opposite direction. For 40 mm, so not in the opposite direction, that's 45 mm, that's it. And then we want 5, 6 rehearsals, that's beautiful. Now we're saying, okay. And then after that, we add another linear repetition. This time, on the y-axis. There you go. And then we're going to put that on like 30 mm. There you go. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. And there it is. Like this you can pierce your entire plate. Actually, without bothering you too much. It was very, very useful functions. Then you can combine linear repetitions with endless circular repetitions. Then you have to know what you're doing. It can quickly get a little complicated. There you go. Like this. You know what a rehearsal is.
Did you like this content? Then subscribe, like, share, comment. I'm very curious to have your feedback.